there, today's card, we're going to use some borders to create a really pretty background and layer it up, add a little bit of bling, and just make a really pretty card for you. The dies we'll be using today include the Australian Collection Brisbane. We're going to be using just the center here of the Australian Collection Sydney, and the border comes from the Australian Collection Corner Border Tag. And the sentiment is out of the clear stamp set called Fabulous Sentiments by Creative Expressions. Okay, so I'm starting with a piece of white card that I've covered with a self-adhesive sticky sheet, and I'll give you a quick measurement on that. Oops, that way. It is 5.5 by 7 5/8. And I've just trimmed that so that the sticky sheet fits it. And we're just going to give it a quick lift here. Now I'm going to start on one side first. So I'm just going to peel that back a little bit. I've already cut the borders, so I've got one of them. Now these I'm going to face outward towards the edge of the card. So I'm going to try and line these up. Let's see if I can start this way. Get them nice and even. There we go, like that, and like that. I'm going to use that to push it into place. I'm going to turn this side around, get it started a little bit. Just catch the edge of this, it's always the hardest part. There you go. Peel that back. Take the other border, we'll do the same exact thing, going outward. So just sort of get the edge where you need it. And then have the tips just graze the edge of the card there. Okay, push that down, make sure all of it's made contact. I'm going to bring over a sticky sheet or a piece of copy paper so I can put my sticky sheet on it. And rather than peeling all of it back, I'm just going to peel it back to right about here for the moment. I've got some diamond snow, which is part of our glitter jewels. Tip that on there. Just burnish it in really nicely, and then go around to the other side and lift that up. And I just don't want the diamond snow to get into the center there. There's no point in wasting it because we're going to cover that area. Pop that around, have it just fall and meet all of that area there. That's good. Let's put this back in our container. Right, so I'm going to leave that for the second, and we're going to move forward a little bit. I've done the same thing with a piece of Aqua card and covered it with a sticky adhesive sheet. So I'm going to peel this one back. Let me get this started on the edge here. Just, oops, there we go. Lift that up. So you can see the adhesive is on top of that Aqua card. And since this is a smaller sheet, I'm just going to go ahead and peel that off for the moment. So this one, we're going to go the other direction and we're going to overlap the borders. So the first one here, I'm just going to line it up to the edge. Get it right up there. Let me see if I can use my hand to kind of keep it along that edge. There you go. Use the waxy side of that adhesive sheet there. Get it all pushed down. Now, because that's going to overlap a little bit, I'm just going to spray the tips of this with some adhesive so they can catch the top of this and they'll stay down nicely. Put this one into place right along the edge, overlapping in the center there. Same thing, give your border a nice little push, but we still have adhesive areas that are exposed. So I'm going to bring our copy paper back over and go back over it with the diamond snow. There we go. Make sure it's burnished in well. Tap off all the extra. Put it back into our container. No waste. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this piece back over, and remember there's sticky in the center there, but I've got this raised with a little bit of mounting foam as well, so we're going to seat that right in the middle there. Just lean over that tiny bit, get it right where I need it to be. That looks really good. I've got a base piece with my matting and layering. I've got the white pierced edge on the top piece. a very thin aqua layer and then another white layer behind this. Put this into place. That looks good. Tiny bit of gilding flake right on the edge there. Get that off. So we're going to move forward. Now I'm going to do a little bit of cutting here. So using our Brisbane die, I'm going to use the decorative piece and the outer cutting edge. And we're going to tape that into place. Pop that down, put that around it. A couple pieces of removable tape and just get it nice and centered. There we go. Bring over our cutting plate. Turn it upside down so the cutting edge is away from that thick base plate on your platinum. There we go. Roll that through. And I'm just going to give it a quick turn and go the other direction. There we go. Make sure we get that cut. There we go. That looks good. And pull my tooling one in. We'll take some bits out of it. Reuse our tape. There we go. Get some of the bigger pieces out. And bring over our pokey tool and do some of the little bits here. There's always some little bits you have to get with your pokey tool. Okay, so now what I can do is take the piece that I've cut for the backing on this, use a little bit of spray glue. I'm going to mount that onto the white piece. Get it nice and straight on there. Oops, there we go. Okay, nice and adhered. And then we will use the center of the Brisbane die and cut this into a frame. Bring back our tape, tape that into place. Okay, and cut that out so you have a nice clean center. There we go. There we go. So we've got it cut out perfectly. Now I've got one I've gone ahead and done with a little bit of mounting foam on it, so I'm going to use that. Pop that back into our die. So we don't lose our pieces here. I've gone ahead and stamped my sentiment in black. Just tidy this up a little bit for us. And I'm going to seat that over it and we'll trim away the extra. And just center that right over the top of it. There we go. Grab our scissors. Nip away the little bit of extra. Be sure and keep your scissors slanted so you don't cut your die cut. Okay. And the next thing I decided would be a really pretty addition to this card would be to use the circles from the Brisbane and the Sydney to create a little frame. And I've added a little bit of mounting foam on that. I'm going to pop that right over the top of this just to really accentuate that sentiment. I think that's really pretty like that. And then we're going to pop that right into the center of our card. And I think I will just use a piece of mounting foam here. A little bit big. And because I've got some glitter on there, I think it would be well advised to use a tiny bit of glue on the back as well. Center that right in the middle of our card. And you have a really, really lovely focal element that just, everything draws your eye into that. You've got a little bit of bling, beautiful aqua and white colors, and a very, very elegant card. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video and you'll look for some more videos on our YouTube channel very soon.